And in reality, what is it? LeBron is scared to take the last shot because he's not clutch. We all know this, but let's see. Come on, clutch. What you got for me?
On here. LeBron's a better player historically than Kobe. You can't argue LeBron and Kobe. LeBron's the better.
That's not the question. Who's going to take the last shot?
Career, across the board.
Who's taking the last shot? All right, welcome back to the show, everybody, and happy 24th. It is Kobe Bryant Day. Hope you guys enjoyed the 23rd yesterday for MJ. Today is the 24th. I got two video reactions coming for you. Now, this first one, I have, not only did I get a super chat request, which thank you very much, I also got a ton of requests in the member section and even in the regular comment section. So I've been waiting to watch this video for a couple of days now, and I mean more than a couple days now, but I literally just decided I was going to save it for the 24th because it would be the perfect time to watch this. And yeah, I want to see what all the hype is about. So I mean, this one is titled The Truth About Kobe Bryant, and it's from a channel called Kobe is Better. And despite all this attention this video is getting, 904 subscribers, you guys. So it's going to be one of those videos where I'm going to say, hey, the link is down below in the description if you want to check out the original channel. If you like this video and you want to go over there and subscribe, the link is down there for you guys to do so. I'll be doing the same. I've never seen a video from this channel before, so if I enjoy the video, I'm going to subscribe myself. So anyways, you guys, let's get to this. Happy 24th. Let's celebrate Kobe's legacy. Let's do it the right way like we always do. And I appreciate everybody who clicked on this video, everybody who's watching this with me, and can't wait to see what the comment section looks like. It's always like a beautiful celebration down there on this day. So guys, thank you for being here. Like the video if you could. Members, shout out. Oh, you know what? Guys, bear with me for 1 second. We got a new channel member here. And I gotta shout you out. This is Casper W 7020. Yo, man, thank you. Welcome in. I'm not sure if I shouted out this one, the new me R7J6M. I might have missed that, so I apologize if I did. But here we are. We're making it right, guys. I appreciate you all. Let's do this.
Kobe was, you can make an argument. Kobe was never the best player in the league. It's not a shot at Kobe. It's more of a support of LeBron. I'll defend LeBron here. LeBron's a better player historically than Kobe, and you can't argue LeBron and Kobe. LeBron's the better career, across the board. It's not a shot at Kobe. It's more of a support of LeBron.
This is Colin Cowherd, the host of The Herd on Fox Sports. And
before we get into it, because I get into this in comment sections all the time, and in my own comment sections all the time. I remember debating somebody about why I think Tim Duncan is higher on the all-time list than LeBron, and it was in some random videos comment section. And yeah, I keep pointing to the winning as the result. Winning, you know? And all the rebuttals are always the same thing. Oh, well, he got these MVPs, he's got these finals MVPs, like these little things. And I'm like, yeah, but didn't Duncan only lose one NBA Finals? I'm pretty sure Duncan went 5 for 6 in the finals, while LeBron went 4 for 10. Like, I don't understand how one more MVP or something like that is gonna change any of that. Guys, wasn't the point of playing sport to win?
This is Colin Cowherd, the host of The Herd on Fox Sports, and one of LeBron James' most devoted employees. I mean, supporters.
I'll defend LeBron here.
He defends LeBron even where there's no need for it.
And that's something I don't like that word. Like, I'll never call myself a Jordan supporter. I'm a Jordan fan. I'm a basketball lover. I'm not a Jordan supporter, AKA if I find out tomorrow Jordan did some atrocious, terrible things, I'm not supporting him. You know what I mean? I could say I was a fan of his, but I don't really like the guy anymore. You know what I mean? I don't understand what the supporter thing is. I noticed this is what it's like in politics too. You're either a supporter or you're not. How about that's just a dude you voted for or whatever? You know what I mean? And you're hoping for the best. I don't know. Entertainers used to entertain us, not like we're supporting them. And then same thing with politicians, and I'm not getting political, but I'm just saying it's very similar is all. They used to serve us instead of us supporting them and defending them. Aren't they supposed to work for us? Anyways, I find it weird that, politics is one thing, but we're talking about basketball, Why are you a supporter? We're fans.
Braun and Kobe, and who'd you want to take the final shot? One of the questions he asked.
Easiest
I play
decision.
with both of them, so if I got to get a ball to somebody to get a bucket, I'm going Kobe.
Who wouldn't?
Deron Williams, who played for Team USA alongside Kobe and LeBron, picked who he considers the more clutch player. The answer was pretty obvious. Everyone, including Colin, understands who Kobe is.
Yeah, the AI is pretty obvious too, Darren Williams. But I have a feeling like if I got this many requests, then this is probably one of those not scripted by AI. Hopefully, it's just spoken by AI.
Mentality and killer instinct, because that's who he is.
D. Will owes a lot of his gold medal to Kobe because they were all part of one of the greatest Olympic finals in history.
Yep.
Where in a tense game against Spain, the lead was cut to just 2 points in the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter after a 7-0 run by Spain. But then Kobe time started.
Yeah, this was crazy.
Bryant on the drive.
I went back and rewatched this whole game.
Doug Collins,
not too long
commenting
ago,
on Bryant's shot, recalled LeBron's words. LeBron has said is that we know that there is one guy on this team who will take big shots, and that's Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
Then one of his game-high 6 assists.
The irony is the original Dream Team, there were supposed to be 2 guys, but they never had to get into that situation. But the battle would have been between Bird and MJ, in my opinion, and Magic too.
Kobe gave to an open
but
D. Will.
They never had to.
Fakes, now drives out to Williams for 3. Bang!
Oops. Nice, quick recovery.
And overall in the fourth quarter, Kobe scored 13 points, 2 assists, and even blocked Gasol's layup. In short, took over the game.
Bang. Yep, that's the silence. That's the silencer. I forgot to mention this video is 40 minutes long on its own. With my reaction, it's going to be longer. So grab a snack if you haven't yet. Grab a snack, grab a drink, all that good stuff. We're going to be here for a while, but, it's Kobe Day.
Kobe Bryant took over the game for the United States when the game was cut to 2. That's why he's the MVP of the NBA.
You can look at his clutch performance.
That's why he's the MVP of the NBA. I love it.
Even more broadly. This is Rudy Fernandez, Spain's leading scorer with 22 points.
This guy's dangerous.
9 of them in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he definitely got all of our attention in this game.
Their duel with Kobe in that fourth quarter gained extra intensity since both players had 4 fouls. And under FIBA rules, 5 fouls means you're out.
Yep.
So they both defended literally on the edge of fouling.
Damn, man.
And with 3 minutes left, when it was just
And you young bucks give me so much crap when I criticize the modern NBA where everything is a switch. Literally everything is a switch. You say you can't, there's no other way to do it. There's no other way to do it. Guys, there were fast players running through screens all the way back in the 80s. Look up Reggie freaking Miller. Guys, there's somebody before him too. I know there is. I mean, Bird used to do a little bit too, but he wasn't that fast. But Reggie was already doing it. Now look here. Look here, right here. Watch Kobe Bryant on defense.
On the edge of fouling.
1, 2, split 3. All right, so that's 3 times he could have switched. In a modern game, that first screen, he would have had Dwight switch off, and then that would have put Kobe on Pau Gasol. Instant mismatch. Okay, but because Kobe's willing to hustle on defense, he's right with him.
And with 3 minutes left,
missed shot. Okay. So I'm not crazy. I'm old, so I've seen it my whole life until recently, where now we just switch off on everything, and it creates all these gaps for shooters because defense is constantly in the motion of rotating around instead of just focusing on their guy and shutting them down. They're rotating. So where do these split-second jump shots come from? All these threes from that gap. Over and over and over again.
Left when it was just a 5-point game, Kobe not only hit a crucial three with a foul,
that's a big one,
but also eliminated the opponent's most dangerous player from the game.
Kicks it back out to Bryant. Bryant puts up the three. It's good. Kobe Bryant from downtown.
Yep.
And the foul.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Is there anybody
you can see who the alpha is. Like, it's just, there's no question who the alpha is here.
NBA who loves these moments more than Kobe Bryant?
Get a ball to somebody to get a bucket. I'm going Kobe.
Yep.
Without exaggeration, an incredible game by Bryant and completely justified admiration from his team. So D. Will picks Kobe. But is there really anything offensive about that?
No, it's obvious.
When one of the most clutch players in history is chosen over LeBron? But Colin took it personally.
Why would it be? Oh, never mind. Let's find out.
Defending LeBron. And the defense started from afar.
I'll defend
Hold
LeBron.
on, wait. I already know what's going to happen. LeBron is going to make the right play. Some bullshit along those lines. LeBron is going to make the right play. So sometimes the right play is to shoot it and sometimes it's to pass it. I'm just thinking about if I was a media like Clutch shill and I was getting paid by Clutch, what I would say. I'd be like, yeah, well, sometimes the right move isn't to take the shot. Kobe Bryant was selfish. So what you got to do is sometimes you got to pass it off to your teammate who's not getting paid nearly enough to have this responsibility to take the last shot. But we're going to do that anyways because it's the right move. That's what he's going to do. And in reality, what is it? LeBron is scared to take the last shot because he's not Clutch. We all know this, but let's see. Come on, Clutch. What you got for me?
On here. LeBron's a better player historically than Kobe. You can't argue LeBron and Kobe. LeBron's the better.
That's not the question. Who's going to take the last shot?
Career, across the board.
Who's taking the last shot?
Has won 5 NBA championships, 2 gold medals, an Academy Award, a New York Times #1 bestseller. He's the creator of the Wizard Dog series. Give it up for Kobe Bryant.
And you know what'll sting LeBron fans? He did it in less time. And he did it on one team.
And you can see the crowd is into Kobe here. That's all you hear right now is Kobe, Kobe, Kobe.
Kobe was never the best player in the league.
Who's the best player in the NBA?
Kobe Bryant,
Better than you?
I would have to say right now. Individually, he has some of the best skills that the NBA has ever seen in history.
Kobe, at that time, was considered the best player in the NBA.
Kobe has separated himself as a superstar among the stars of his day. Some people sit there and say, y'all keep talking about Kobe being the greatest player in the game today. Y'all don't realize that Kobe trying to be arguably the greatest ever. Your response?
I got to get a couple more rings.
Yeah, that's it.
Are you going to?
Yeah, you know what? I won't rest until we do. I won't rest.
And he literally got a couple more rings. But see, that's why Kobe is part of the old guard, because that's how Jordan, that's how Jordan considered basically how to gauge him. What table can you sit in? Are you in the 4 championship club? Are you in the 5 championship club, which is a very elite club? Or are you in the 6 championship club, which is a tiny little club there, And then after that, it's just Bill Russell. Bill Russell sits alone. But that's how we used to gauge it, and that's how I still gauge it. What result is happening? Because if this is an individual sport, say you're a tennis player, we're gonna judge you on how many championships you have, how many wins you have, how many trophies you've come home with. Same with golf, same with boxing. Okay. It's not about second places or anything like that. So even in a team sport, we're going to judge your success based on your wins. That's always going to be the case. And let me, as a diehard Suns fan, diehard Steve Nash fan, be the first person to tell you, even though because of the definition of what an MVP is, of most valuable player, I understand and I still advocate for Steve Nash getting that first MVP. However, every single year from I don't know, 2003 till about 2012, the clear best player in the world was Kobe Bryant. It wasn't Steve Nash. It wasn't someone else. And guess what? I didn't even like Kobe at that time, but I can still admit it. But that's because I'm not getting paid by Clutch.
Until we do.
Kobe, you only won one MVP award.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because the media votes on it.
Yeah.
But the one thing
That's
that stands
true.
out, how has that guy never been the regular season MVP? He's the best player in the league and has been for a while.
Yeah.
How has he never been the MVP of our
It's also a crime that I believe that Shaq only won one as well. And we all got to admit, there was about 4 or 5 years there where he was the most dominant. Like, everyone feared this guy. You know, at least I think he should have had like 3 MVPs. And same with Kobe.
A Laker to get MVP chance
Right, in Boston.
In Boston.
Of all places.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's crazy. MVP at the Olympics. Yep. The irony is Kobe got more finals MVPs than regular season MVPs. Screw it. That's more important anyways. That means you won.
I'm sure you get used to that by now.
Okay.
Nah, I can never get used to that. That's awesome. That's got to feel good.
We have done 300 shows. We have never had an entrance like that. Okay.
LeBron has this weird reputation that he wasn't clutch, but my argument's always been
What? He's still playing, bro.
his clutch looks different.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Remember what I said. He's going to say some BS about he doesn't need to take the last shot all the time, and making the right play is LeBron's game, and passing is part of that. All right, let's hear that. Get ready for some bullshit, you guys. Get ready for some scripted shit. Come on, Colin.
LeBron has this weird reputation that he wasn't clutch, but my argument's always been his clutch looks different. It comes in many forms. A great pass to Chris Bosh or Ray Allen in Miami.
There we go.
You have to give Colin credit for his incredible precision and wording.
And wait. What great pass to Chris Bosh is he talking about in Miami? Seriously. What player are we describing here? When did he pass to Chris Bosh in Miami, and that was a clutch play? I don't remember that. I remember Ray Allen hitting the clutch shot, and then Chris Bosh. There's no way he's talking about that play.
At first, it may seem like he didn't express himself very clearly. A great pass to Chris Bosh or Ray Allen. Is that two separate passes or some kind of sequence from LeBron to Bosh and then to Allen?
And this is the first thing off the top of his head. So this is like the big one, you know? Like with Jordan, we could, come on, like off the top of your head, you're like, yeah, 98 finals, game 6. Game winner. You know what I mean? Like you could just do that. Then you could be like 89, against Cleveland, playoffs, clinch the series, blah, blah, blah. Like there's so many with Jordan you can just point out. So with LeBron, we're going to say a pass to Chris Bosh.
So everyone understands what we're talking about. I'll show you this pass.
James looks, sees an opening, wild pass, picked up by Ginobili.
Wait, that's not it. That one happened.
Wait, did he? Hold on. Wait, I think I heard something.
About. I'll show you this pass.
James looks, sees an opening, wild pass.
Was that a wild pass? I thought he shot it. Okay.
Pass picked up by Ginobili.
Let me know.
That's not it. That one happened 20 seconds earlier. Sorry. Okay, found it. Let's watch.
Should Miami go for the three right away? Just attack the basket. James catches, puts up the
brick.
three.
Yes, that's the moment. But unlike the extremely perceptive Colin, the commentator mistakenly calls this pass a three-point shot. So
that's just the play I thought, but I was like, there's no way he's talking about this damn play. What?
Better to phrase it like this.
James, wild pass, won't go. Rebound, Bosh. Back out to Allen.
You probably want to watch Ray Allen finish this amazing shot. But before that, I want to make sure you fully absorb.
Okay. Oh, man. So Colin did even worse than I thought. This is the best you got, Colin? This is the best you have? So in other words, if this is all you have, then you're basically saying LeBron has no clutch moment. LeBron isn't clutch. You're making it worse. Because actually, the funny thing is, LeBron has a couple of clutch moments. This was not one of them, dude. He bricked a 3. Chris Bosh came in clutch with the rebound off of LeBron's brick. Not pass, brick. Okay? Chris Bosh, big time rebound. Why? Because Tim Duncan wasn't in the game. That's a whole different conversation. And then a clutch pass to a clutch Ray Allen for one of the clutchest shots we've ever seen. Nowhere in all of this is he involved. All he did was brick the shot. If the rebound didn't happen, the game is over. The series is over.
Colin's words, so that Allen's shot doesn't take away LeBron's deserved credit.
For what?
And I want my damn respect too.
For bricking for bricking the shot. I don't understand.
LeBron's a great clutch player. I love the ball in LeBron's hands with a minute left.
Final minute.
Let's do it. Hey, shout out to members. This is probably getting copyright claimed with all this footage, but this is hilarious, man. Keep going.
Parker picks up James.
Yep, minute left.
James
clutch time. What you got? Pull up brick. Oh, no, post.
James backs in.
What was
lost
that?
The ball. Duncan lost the.
How'd that happen? Okay. Dribble. Swipe. Missed on the swipe. You guys see that clearly, right? Ball still in LeBron's hands. So that was a miss on the swipe. He's rolling away from it. Left is the pivot. Oh, no, he's still moving. Plant. Oh, it's the Blanco hands. That's all. Oh, jeez. That's why he's always blowing on his hands.
Lost the ball. Duncan lost it.
The Blanco hands.
His clutch looks different. It comes in many forms.
James.
It comes in many forms.
Sees an opening. Wild pass picked up by Ginobili.
His clutch looks like a lot of different things.
Jesus. LeBron fans, just stick with the longevity thing. All right, we can't debate that one. You end up winning that category. Just stick with the longevity thing. Stop the clutch thing. Just concede the clutch thing, guys. Like, don't. This is embarrassing. You're embarrassing your hero.
Come off
by doing this.
3-point shooter. James catches, fires a
Bang.
three. Way off.
I mean, guys, just to appreciate this, just because it's been a while since I've done this, but since Colin is calling this a clutch pass by LeBron, let's just watch how bad this brick is.
James catches, fires a
Wait for it. Wait for it. Look where it hits. Okay? He didn't even hit the rim. So we're talking... This guy's so clutch. He can't even hit the rim. Doink. Right off the backboard. Doink. Look at this rebound. Look at this. Look at that tip. Oh.
Just his clutch looks different.
Should Miami go for the three?
It sounds
right
different, too. It doesn't go swish. It goes conk.
James, wild pass. Won't go. Rebound Bosh.
At least that one hit the rim.
Allen. His three-pointer.
Yeah, man, that's freaking Chris Bosh and Ray Allen. Guys, stop it. If you care about basketball, give them the credit. They deserve it. They deserve all the credit here. This is not a LeBron thing. It's not a D-Wade thing either. This was all Chris Bosh and Ray Allen.
LeBron's a tremendous clutch player.
Shut up.
It's important to catch the context and understand the sequence of Colin's words. He said the pass was to Bosh or Allen precisely because the ball eventually ended up with those players.
To call it a break.
But LeBron is such an unselfish player that his pass was intended not only for them, but for all players on the court, including the opponents who had a chance at the rebound. For those who will still insist that this wasn't a pass at all, but just a shot, I ask you to not underestimate Colin's insight. He consistently maintains that LeBron's clutch looks different, which is why that ball had no chance of going in. So it was definitely a pass. I'm completely on Colin's side here.
Kobe's clutch.
I speak sarcasm too.
Kobe taking the shot. That's how he affected.
Whoa.
Colin's side here.
Kobe's clutch was Kobe taking the shot. That's how he affected the outcomes of games. Kobe was shooting. And, I mean, listen, it was a problem. Phil Jackson called him a selfish player. Mike Krzyzewski in the Olympics, the story is pretty legendary, had to set him aside. And it's like, dude, you're not playing with the Lakers. You're playing with the world's best players. You got to pass. You're taking bad shots. Kobe took a lot of bad shots. He was selfish. But
that happened in the very beginning. And it was like one game, if I remember. I heard Coach K talk about it. All Coach K had to do was sit him down and say, hey, I need you to take USA basketball shots, not Laker shots. And Kobe said, I understand, Coach. It won't happen anymore. Like, that was the whole conversation. So what's the problem? Like, that's actually good. That shows that he was coachable. You know what I mean? If he continued to take terrible shots, that's a whole different conversation. But the fact that that was it, that's all Coach K had to do, is say those few words. What the hell are we talking about here?
Kobe kind of sold that Mamba mentality, that alpha self-reliance, and that is very attractive to young people. It's very attractive to sports fans. Just do it yourself. Don't depend on others.
The Mamba mentality.
A guy, and I'll tell you, I'm not a young person anymore. As an older person, a guy who's going to say something and then deliver on his promise, that is appealing to me, okay? Someone who's going to not deliver and then make excuses and play victim and then still act like he did deliver and call himself the greatest, this is not appealing to me. In fact, I think that's more appealing to young people. This day and age, Colin, I think you're out of touch, okay? We're in like the Logan Paul, you know, kind of era where people do terrible things, they film it, and then they act like they're innocent. They play victim, and their fans love them for it. It's sick. I don't know why this is so popular now, but that's what I noticed the youth is watching. So that's why they love LeBron. He's that guy on the NBA basketball court.
Hold on.
The sports fans, just do it yourself. Don't depend on others.
The Mamba mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself.
Mamba mentality ends up being this sort of mindset.
It's being the best version of yourself.
Yep.
Right? You wake up in the morning and try to be better today than you were yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Game on.
You got to pass.
Like, okay, you make your teammates better.
I mean, he has passed on the last shot in the clutch game before. You know? He has done that. But if we're going to consider this a pass from LeBron, do you remember that time where it was the Suns versus the Lakers in the playoffs, big time game? Kobe airballs a three at the end, and who gets that rebound? It was Ron Artest. He puts it back in, and they beat the Suns. I remember because it hurt like hell. Are we gonna call that a pass now? I'm not, because I'm not full of shit like you are, Colin. That wasn't a pass. He airballed it. Deal with it. Just like here, LeBron, brick, rebound by Bosch, big time three by Ray Allen. Let's not change history, man.
By passing the ball. The key is not passing the ball. The key is how do you today.
Yeah,
that's it.
You got to pass.
Like, okay, you make your teammates better by passing the ball. The key is not passing the ball. The key is how do you motivate them so that they stay in the gym an hour after practice, shooting shots and making shots, so that when they do get the ball, they're ready to knock it down. I mean, you know, that's making people better. Is how do you get them to want to be the best version of themselves? That's making somebody better.
Yeah, that's interesting, because I was just having a conversation in the comment section the other day, and that was actually one of the questions that was asked to me was, what's your definition of like making your teammates better? And the bottom line for me was practice. You know, you have to be that guy in practice where if you can stop me, if you can defend me, you can defend anybody. So you're going to be good to go. You know, think about if you're practicing against Kobe or you're practicing against Bird or Michael Jordan. Like, if you can stop these guys or give them trouble, you'll stop anybody in the league. 2, if you have to be a great defender, a lockdown defender. So if you can score on me, you could score on anybody. You know what I mean? And that's how you prepare these guys for battle. And that's how you make your teammates better. It's not on the basketball court during the game, per se. It's in preparation for the game. The real leaders show up. the not so real leaders that are more into the glamour, they don't show up to practice, or they're all like hung over, or whatever the case may be. They're not really putting into work in practice, and that is a detriment to the team. That means you're selfish. You only care about your game, but you're not a leader who's willing to help your teammates get better as well. And I agree with Kobe here. It's not in just, oh, I have to be nice, so I'm going to pass you the ball during a big game. Well, no, I got to see you prepare for that in practice, so I know you're ready for this. Kobe knew he was ready for this.
Defining moments regarding Kobe, obviously, and he showed that he was totally committed to being the leader. He showed up in the workout room hours before anyone else. Others followed him. In practice, he was the guy diving on the floor. Others followed him. And so it was a great, as I think back on those memories, that's what stands out for me with Kobe. He was committed. He was focused. He was a leader on and off the floor.
Someone might get the impression that Colin is simply a liar, but don't rush to conclusions.
I'll defend LeBron here.
Hold up. I'll fix this. I'll fix this so we all understand what's happening here. There we go. There we go. This is why you're hearing what you're hearing, and why you're hearing things that make absolute no sense. Okay? That's why. That's where the paycheck's coming from.
First, he's defending LeBron, and that's already a very slippery slope where it's hard to keep your footing. Second, his statements, even if they're not true, are still not empty words. I'd call it non-empty falsehood. I'll try to explain.
Phil Jackson called him a selfish player.
Phil Jackson never called Kobe selfish. Can you imagine? But in his book, 11 Rings, The Soul of Success...
Wait. I gotta be fair, like I always am. At their worst, he did call Kobe uncoachable. Okay, he did, but that was hey man, that was number 8 Kobe, and number 8 Kobe was a little selfish. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I'll be the only one who's not doing propaganda, okay? That's why I think you guys come to me, because I'm not doing propaganda and you guys are sick of propaganda. Kobe was selfish. Number 8 Kobe was a selfish guy. He was full on his ego, and he was desperate to prove to the world that he's the greatest on an individual level, okay? Kobe number 24 was a man who wanted to prove that he's the greatest leader. You know, he's the best winner now. It's no longer about like showing you I can score 35 a game. I could do all these things on my own. He wanted to be a champion and a multi-time champion, and he was going for Jordan 6. That's the Kobe Bryant that learned all these lessons, and Phil Jackson never said a bad word about him. No coach ever said a bad word about him during this phase, because that Kobe Bryant was a different man. So if you want to talk about Kobe in his first couple of years, then we just need to compare that with LeBron in his first couple of years, if you want to be fair, maturity-wise, you know? But that's the actual truth, you guys. It's not one way or the other way. It was a journey. He went from being selfish to incredibly selfless, you know, towards the... If you really watched those 2 championships he won without Shaq, you really watch him in the playoffs, the guy is operating on a different level. He's not thinking about points. He's not thinking about stats. He is really locked into this triangle, getting everyone involved and doing everything he needs to do to win. That's the Kobe that we should be talking about.
There is this line. I try to be as direct as possible and show him in front of the other players how his selfish mistakes were hurting the team. So he talks about selfish mistakes. That's not quite the same as selfish player. Someone might say it's basically the same thing, but what matters more is this. Phil was describing events from February 2000, and then he writes, at one point, I told him, I guess you'd like to be captain of this team someday when you're older, maybe like 25. He replied that he wanted to be captain tomorrow.
I pulled him aside and I said, you want to be captain of the team someday, don't you? And he said, oh, I should be captain now.
To which I said,
that was young Kobe, man.
You can't be captain if nobody follows you.
Good lesson.
Eventually, it sunk in. Kobe began looking for ways to fit himself into the system and play more collaboratively. He also made an effort to socialize more with his teammates, especially when we were on the road. And after the All-Star break, everything started to come together. We went on a 27-1 streak and finished the season with the best record in the league, 67-15.
Yeah, I mean, everybody had to learn how to lead. Okay. Even Magic made some mistakes early on, okay? He did. He stirred some shit up, but I got to say, that guy is a natural-born leader. And then Larry Bird, I don't know what Larry Bird is made of and how he was able to do it, but that guy was a leader from day one. You never see stuff like this, though. That's so rare. Because even Michael Jordan, was Jordan a leader in the beginning? Yes. Did he know where he was leading his team? I don't know. You know what I mean? Because like his method of leading in his first couple of years was just, I'm going to rev my engine at 1,000% and hope everyone else can follow. But I believe that Phil Jackson was able to teach MJ how to really be a true leader on the court, a true floor general. And I got to say, he did the same exact thing for Kobe. The only difference is he got Kobe from right out of high school, basically. So the maturity level wasn't there yet. With MJ, it was right there. It was perfect timing. MJ was mature. He had already proven himself on an individual level. So now all that was left was learning how to win. But yeah, that's just, I mean... Yeah, people learn how to win. They learn how to lead. It's not just something we're born with, usually.
Honesty. My teammates felt I wasn't passing the ball to them. I didn't see them. They'd say it. If I felt like Shaq was completely out of shape, I'd say it. And so that trickled down throughout the entire organization, where this brutal honesty for the benefit of, for the goal of winning a championship was what we stood for. So it worked just fine.
I mean, I like that method way over the LeBron passive aggressive stuff, where everything is buddy, but then he's trying to trade you behind the scenes. That's I much appreciate if we have a problem. If I suck, I'm doing something wrong, I want to be told. I don't want to see like the other 14 guys like murmuring to each other and like laughing, and then they're quiet once I show up. That's the worst possible thing you can do. Especially on a team sport. Like, you can't do that, man. So, yeah, Kobe, I like that method. There's a problem. Let's get it out in the open right now before it becomes something big. Because it will get bigger if we don't talk about it.
On March 19th of that same year, before a game against the Knicks, Jackson said about Kobe, his development as a playmaker has been crucial. At the same time, Rick Fox said, his game has stepped up to a level where you want the ball in his hands running this team. You don't even question it anymore. You know he's going to make the right decision. And the week before that, Shaq described their partnership with Kobe like this. We're the combo, 1-2 punch. If one of us doesn't get you, the other will. So already back then, Kobe's development as a playmaker and team leader had taken place, which resulted in 3 consecutive championships. A year later, before the 2001 playoffs, Phil Jackson said of Kobe, he's become the floor leader of a basketball team that was kind of looking for that nature of a player, who could not only be a scorer, but also be a playmaker or make consistently big plays at critical times.
He's literally describing the triangle needs of Michael Jordan. That's what he's saying. And Kobe stepped into that Michael Jordan role pretty damn good.
Kobe has to set up the offense, to advance the ball, to read the defense, to make other players happy, and he's doing a great job of that. So that settles Jackson.
Mike Krzyzewski in the Olympics. The story is pretty legendary. Had to set him aside. You got to pass. You're taking bad shots.
It's really not legendary because the story lasts about like 5 seconds.
Kobe took a lot of bad shots. He was selfish. The story is pretty legendary.
Has anyone heard this legendary story? This story isn't
and by the way, have you guys noticed also, I mean, this is what propaganda looks and sounds like. You always have to remind yourself, what was the question? Because now he's just going off on, he's going to tell you all the bad things about Kobe Bryant in his entire career. That's what he's on a mission for. What was the question? Why can't you just answer the stupid question? Last shot, who do you want the ball? Who do you want taking the shot? You understand how simple this question is. Who do you want to take that last shot? Why can't you answer it? Because you know the answer is freaking Kobe Bryant. You know it is. You really know it is, but you can't do it because you're paid to say otherwise.
Legendary. I'd call it mythical. It appears in the book Coach K, The Rise and Reign of Mike Krzyzewski, and Coach K himself has nothing to do with writing this piece of dramatic fiction. The author writes, he took a few loose shots in the second half against Australia, enough to draw the attention of his teammates. I should note that the author didn't speak to a single Bryant's teammates while writing the book. But wait, didn't Kobe destroy Australia in the quarterfinals?
Shout out the members. Big time offensive rebound. That's why I always say offensive rebounds are, in my opinion, the most important stat in basketball. 2 bonus points right there. Sometimes when I'm going on a super late night walk, I listen to lo-fi music like this. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Hopefully it doesn't, YouTube doesn't eat it. Yeah, I used to chill.
The game ended in a blowout,
kind of
116 to 85. So Kobe played only 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. It's true that Kobe didn't have many assists in that game, but let's look at a few examples. Kobe in the post, Howard cuts towards the rim for a lob or rebound, Australia's center helps on Kobe's drive, so the defender guarding LeBron shifts attention to Howard. Kobe instantly reads this gap.
And just like always, LeBron is always wide open. Nobody respects his jumper ever.
This is to LeBron. A quick point guard manages to close.
I'm assuming you're not going to take this shot. You're gonna dish it over here.
Out on LeBron, but leaves Jason Kidd open, who knocks down an easy jumper. A great Team USA play that started with Kobe. Everyone played their role, but only 2 players will show up on the stat sheet. Another example, Kobe feeds Howard right under the basket. Australia has no choice but to foul. The USA gets points, but Kobe doesn't appear on the stat sheet. Or simple situations where after a pass, the open player just misses because you can't make every shot. But the author writes, the US won 87-76, but looked exceedingly beatable in doing so.
Wait, but they blew him out. This is weird. I've heard Coach K talk about this recently on a podcast, and it was such a quick thing. Like what I already told you is literally what he said, and then they moved on. Like it was a non-issue. So this book here is trying to make this an issue, while this game was a blowout. By the way, Coach K didn't refer to an individual game. This was early on. It wasn't actually during like the competition. If I'm not mistaken, it was early on when they were preparing, like one of the first games, if anything. And he was like, "Hey, Cope, I need you to take USA basketball shots, not Laker shots." And he was like, "I get it." And you know what? The irony is, that's not even a Kobe Bryant thing. That's everybody who plays on Team USA. Or any Olympic basketball team for your country. That's the message that everyone needs to hear. Hey, you're not the lone wolf on your team anymore. You're surrounded by great basketball players. So we're going to take better shots. Everyone be mindful of the type of the shots you're taking. And I would believe that Coach K probably told everybody the same exact message.
This where the U.S. supposedly looked exceedingly beatable. Turns out it's a pre-Olympic exhibition game that somehow alarmed the author so much.
Okay, so it does line up with what Coach K was saying. It does. There's just they fabricated stuff in it, so it's like a half truth. Yeah.
They want to win these exhibition games, but they also want to make sure they get a lot of people playing time. They really treat it like the NBA preseason in many ways. So you got to be cautious when you look at the scores.
The author felt that Kobe, apparently bored, seemed to be increasing the degree of difficulty on some attempts. Coach was nervous, says one of his staffers. The author has anonymous insiders like dirt. Coach K pulled out a laptop and sat with Kobe in a room. He showed Kobe a few examples of questionable shots and pointed out his teammates standing around and watching him on some drives. Krzyzewski told Kobe to his face that these were bullshit shots.
Actually, he said these are Laker shots or NBA shots. I think it was Laker shots.
Coach K added, there has to be more movement, and then he held his breath. According to a team source, Bryant looked at Krzyzewski and said, I got it, Coach, I got it. Don't worry about it. Sorry about that.
What a terrible man. I don't even understand. How is this a legendary story? That's like, I don't know. That's like in the 91 finals where Phil Jackson asked MJ, hey, who's open? And he goes, and MJ replies, Pax. And he's like, get him the ball. And he's like, okay. Like, this is called a coach and a player. A coach coaching his player. This is legendary. Colin, this is what you're going to use as your argument for why I don't even know what your argument is yet. You haven't actually made your argument. All your argument so far is that Kobe Bryant shoots a lot. Like, you haven't actually gotten anywhere.
Of drama, the author often uses exaggerated claims pulled out of thin air and replaces facts with speculation. For example, the author writes, a lot of players were surprised that Kobe accepted the invitation to play for Team USA, given his standing around the league as a lone wolf. Even though the author didn't speak to a single Team USA player while writing the book.
Where's the quote?
Kobe Bryant has been this assassin and like this isolated standoff.
You see, that's how you already know. Look at his face. He's really trying hard, especially with all those pounds of makeup on him, to really convince us that like he's terrible.
Offish, doesn't get along with anybody guy, because that's who he is. You know, very isolated, very aloof, the assassin, doesn't get along with others. Like, you have a brand, you have a personality. It's been shaped for 20 years with Kobe. And suddenly now I watch him and he's everybody's buddy and he's smiling constantly. He smiles in the games, he smiles during the anthem, he smiles during warm-ups, he smiles during jumpers. It just feels so synthetic to me. It's like I said earlier.
Or maybe he's actually experiencing joy. I don't know. Remember when Jordan retired in '93, he wasn't happy anymore. Okay? When he came back, and this was even acknowledged, like, people talked to him about this. He talked to the press about this. Ahmad Rashad literally asked him about this too. When he came back from retirement for his second three-peat, immediately everyone was talking about, like, you seem so much happier, you know, and he was joking around, he was laughing, playing pranks, you know, that like pulling off pennies, you know, his warm-up pants and stuff like that. Like, he was having fun. And I mean, what was the reason? He said, I mean, because he appreciates it now. He appreciates it a little more. He already did so much to prove himself up until that point. Now he wanted to actually just like enjoy the game he loves again. You know what I mean? Without all that like constant pressure and expectation, even though we know he was still doing that as he delivered 3 more championships, that maniac. But, you know, really he was just having fun. And he didn't allow himself to have fun up until that point where he sealed that three-peat. He was really adamant about doing something that Larry Bird and Magic Johnson never did, and that was a three-peat. And then he did it twice. He's kind of crazy.
Like, Kobe Bryant has been this assassin.
He called you a flat-out assassin. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said.
It just feels so synthetic to me. It's like I said earlier this year when Kobe said, I want to be a mentor to these guys. Well, you've never been a mentor. You've always been selfish.
Yeah, but how are you going to be a mentor when you're young? That's not your role when you're young. You do that in the second half of your career. You already proved yourself. People want to be mentored under you. They want your tutelage. They don't want your tutelage when you're a rookie. You know what I mean? That's when you are looking for mentorship. This is so dumb.
It was like that. No,
great video, though. Great video. Colin is just, okay. Run our test.
never been
Meta
a mentor.
world peace. Let's go.
You've always been selfish.
Kobe was like that. A teacher also, for me. So many things I'm grateful for. Moves that he did that I didn't know was possible. Having like a front turn off both pivots. He can turn right, he can turn left. He had an inside pivot, ball swing over the top, jab step. And it was things that I didn't learn until I watched him in practice.
Remember when I said earlier, where do you make your teammates better in practice? Okay, well, forget what I said. Listen to an NBA player.
I would watch him like, what are you working on? What are you working on? And he would actually show me some things. I'm like, wow, I wish I would have been working on this a long time ago. But he did teach me how to focus on the game. He didn't let me slip a lot. Times where I get ejected or about to get a technical foul or going off the deep end, he would be there to, set me straight a lot, which helped me out a lot.
Leadership.
And you can't be a mentor. That's not your DNA. That's not who you are.
It was a mentorship.
The answers are literally.
I don't understand it. It's like Colin was never young. Like Colin's forget. That's a bad pause. There you go. You're welcome, Kobe. It's like Colin has never been young before, or he's so old he completely forgot what it's like to be youthful, youthful and wanting to prove yourself and being that crazy to do it. You're thinking about it on an individual level. Your ego is inflated back then. It's delicate back then. All these things are factors when you're young. Of course, you're not going to be a mentor when you're young, but we're not the same people we were when we were 20 years old. I'm not. I'm 43. I'm not. I mean, I've got a lot of that DNA still in me, but I'm not the same guy I was when I was in my 20s. I wasn't looking to mentor or teach or inspire anybody back then. I was looking to get shit done. You know what I mean? I was trying to be a badass like everybody else. Now that I'm in my 40s, and actually since I've been in like my mid 30s, that's where I've had this desire to pass on knowledge. And I'm not talking about basketball. I'm just talking about life, like that's something I didn't ever imagine I would feel, but I do feel, and I feel more and more the older I get. And I get why, that's seems to be the role of older folk, is to pass on wisdom. So I don't know. Either Colin forgets what it was like to be youthful, or he has no wisdom to pass on in his older age. One or the other, because he just doesn't get it. And this is one of those like natural things that's been going on with humans since the beginning of time that we know of, recorded history. You always got the village elder, and that is like an early philosopher who's teaching you lessons. But that would be for the individual village,
Just taking the time to sit and watch it.
This whole new Kobe, that's not your DNA. That's not who you are.
It was a mentorship.
The answers are literally right in front of you. Just taking the time to sit and watch it.
This whole new Kobe thing, like he's LeBron's buddy and everybody's buddy and he's all in.
Kobe Bryant, my idol, so that's how I dress, like Kobe.
It's the exact
You think he's not
opposite
going to have fun in Team USA? Dude, everyone called Jordan a killer. They called Bird a killer. All these guys were killers too. What did they do in '92 in Barcelona? They laughed their asses off. They had so much fun. They stayed up all night playing poker and cards and whatever the hell they were doing, drinking, who knows? That's what you're supposed to do in the Olympics. Same with the All-Star break. That's your time to chill with your peers, and actually like not try to like kill each other for a change.
But Kobe,
if Jordan did it, why are you surprised that Kobe softened up in the Olympics? Everyone is supposed to.
Has been his entire career, and I have a hard time buying it.
Yeah. But what are some of your behind the scenes memories?
Hanging with Kobe, of course.
And Kobe saw that my grind was very similar to his grind, and that me and him did a lot of things where it was just me and him, and it wasn't no one else around, and so he started respecting me in a way that I already had respect for him in. And then he just became like a big brother.
Mm-hmm. My entire life, like Kobe Bryant has been this assassin. And like
how could he be a big brother now? He wasn't a big brother when he was 18 years old. Duh. He was the little brother, dipshit.
isolated, standoffish, doesn't get along with anybody.
A lot of people didn't get a chance to see that part.
Yes, the other side, you got a chance to see the mom.
We did, but a lot of people didn't get the chance to see the father.
Yep.
The brother,
the businessman, the shit talker in the locker room.
They only got a chance to see him on that basketball court, but they never got a chance to see what type of person.
In pregame, there was a show on, I think, Spike TV called 1,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah,
and we're both just kind of diabolical people, so we would sit in the training room and like that was our pregame show. We would both get treatment and watch 1,000 Ways to Die and just laugh like this fucking crazy, right? It just our minds were so weird, but there was a lot of times we got to share. But B, that's one thing I feel so lucky that I got a chance to see the other side, because he didn't. Even if you're a teammate, sometimes he wouldn't let everybody in.
He didn't reveal it to a lot of people.
Yeah.
In that first team meeting in Las Vegas, Bryant sat at a table by himself, removed from his teammates right behind the coaching staff. It looked kind of weird.
Very weird,
says one of the assistants. Can you imagine the level of journalism? It's strange that he wrote about this, because at that first team meeting in Las Vegas, there were plenty of equally sensational moments regarding team chemistry.
Hey, buddies.
Lamont, what's up, man?
For example, how LeBron James hit Melo, and Melo hit him back with an elbow. How Michael Redd was intimidating LeBron.
Guys seem in a good mood.
How Kobe threatened Boozer. And meanwhile, Kobe is actually sitting next to Wade, supposedly apart from the team. And only Boozer, apparently suffering from Stockholm Syndrome, sat next to Kobe. Before moving to this very important exhibition game, on which all these authoritative conclusions are based, let's first look at how Kobe's presence changed Team USA, how their previous exhibition games looked, and the team's overall dynamics.
As the team reconvened in July of 2007, they were still dealing with the after effects of their loss to Greece the previous summer. Also joining the team was Kobe Bryant, and though it would be his first time playing for the U.S., Kobe was a veteran of 11 NBA seasons and a 3-time champion.
What's up, man? So nice. Good to see you. Welcome.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of proves the point. So 20 years is about the usual max in an NBA career. So here he is in his 11th season. So yeah, he's over halfway through. This is the point where you start giving back.
Come on, let's go. Together. 1, 2, 3. Together.
But even when Kobe was trying to blend in, he couldn't help but stand out.
The very first play, the very first scrimmage, there was a loose ball, and here's Kobe Bryant diving on the floor. That set the tone.
Mike Krzyzewski in the Olympics.
Look, I want to play defense.
Oh, come on, Cole.
I want to guard the best offensive player every time.
Ball, look at the ball.
He's got a different mentality. And that's the mentality of being the best.
Oh, yeah. And that is a good point by this video. You want to talk like all he did was shoot? Coach K actually had to force him to shoot. Now that is, to me, that's the legendary story of this Olympics. That one right there, maybe the greatest of all time. No, that is the one big takeaway I've always had, was literally Kobe saying, "I'm not even going to shoot the ball. We have enough good shooters on the team. I don't need to do that here." Which is huge to say, by the way, saying I'm going to lock down the best offensive player on every team we go against. That's my job. And Coach K was like, "Hey, I love that and all, but I want you to shoot too, because you're Kobe freaking Bryant. Like I need you to score too." And a good thing he told him that, because he needed to save us against Spain, man.
Shut up!
I think his presence alone makes us a much tougher team.
Kobe's work ethic is out this world. Seeing him work, it just makes all the other players elevate their game to a higher level.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up 94 feet. I'm going to turn these guys. And once I turn them, you do what you do. You come in, and so I got so many steals and so many dunks and so much because of the unselfishness of a star in our league to tell me, hey, I'm going to do these things. And all you got to do is,
he was selfish.
Yeah, that's why I always consider Kobe and D Wade the two who brought the gold home for us in the States. That Olympics. And it's ironic because they literally, Dwayne Wade was Kobe's substitute. You know what I mean? So he was kind of the sixth man. But before they would actually do the swap, they would actually play for about 2 to 3 minutes together. And that's where the magic happened. Those two on the court at the same time, like what Dwayne Wade is talking about, constant fast breaks by turnovers, initiated by Kobe and D Wade on defense. It was beautiful to watch those two play together. Like D Wade and Kobe on the same team, as opposed to D Wade and LeBron on the same team. Holy crap, the championships they could have won, because they both had those crazy mindsets.
Listeners right away.
Back to you. Airwalk run! Airwalk run! Ready on the floor, boy.
During one of the team meetings, one Krzyzewski associate in the room says it was that period where Kobe was at the height of his powers. But everybody in that room knew the best player in the league then and for the next decade.
Jesus. Who? Where are all these made up people? You know what I mean? Like one random guy, one associate. I saw Coach K talk to this guy once, and this guy said this. So I'm going to quote it in the Mike Krzyzewski book. Get out of here.
It was LeBron
Give me
James.
a name.
So the author's sources, the staffer, the assistant, a team source, and the associate, are not just insightful anonymous voices who read players' minds. They can also see the future for the next decade. Wow. The author of this book is the exact same master of non-empty falsehood as Colin. So it's no surprise that Colin used this legendary story to support his own non-empty statements.
So what are some of your best memories about the 08 team?
By the way, Shannon Sharpe is also a very devoted employee, supporter of LeBron.
He is.
Obviously, you're around D Wade, Melo, LeBron. You guys came in the same draft in 03, so you're very familiar with each other. Kobe was on that team also.
And almost forgot, when recalling the 2008 Team USA, Kobe was there too, although the first names that come to mind are, of course, Melo and Wade.
Kobe was on that team also.
Kobe was
there, CP3.
And like seeing how big Kobe was. Because, LeBron is, Kobe's the guy, and LeBron, and he's like, okay, he's the guy you can touch. You can't touch Kobe.
Yeah.
Right.
LeBron, you can touch, kind of. And he's on his way, and like, he's one of the best in the world. But then Kobe was around, and it was
one of the best in the world. Thank you, Chris Bosch.
It was just, the way people reacted to that guy was crazy.
I knew that Kobe was the one for me that I had, if I wanted to be great, that I had to get on the level of Kobe Bryant.
So we just wanted to get,
and for Kobe, that was MJ, and this is how, it's so cool. Okay, I remember watching this. I don't remember what Lebowko was about to say.
Kobe Bryant.
So we just wanted to get to his level and make him proud.
You know what? When Kobe retired from basketball, I didn't have no one to chase anymore. I kind of lost a little bit of something in me when Kobe retired, because it was like, well, who am I chasing now?
Kobe was never the best player.
Who was it? Larry Bird said the exact same thing about Magic Johnson when Magic got HIV and he was forced to retire. He said the same thing. He lost that motivation and drive because there was nobody else out there on that level to compete against, And
remember,
I don't want to say there's nobody else on that level to compete against, but his rival's gone. Like, let's be real. That was his rival since college.
Time he was the best player in the world and the leading scorer in the NBA, and he wanted to show everyone that I'll do the dirty work and I'll play defense. He was a magnificent player and competitor and guy.
And we'll take a look at the leading scorers for Team USA. LeBron, Wade, Melo, Red, Howard. Kobe not on that list.
Well, Kobe has taken a back seat, and he's made himself a defensive stopper.
You got to pass.
Also has done a really good job of passing the ball. What is it, over 4 assists a game? The defensive stopper.
He is leading the team with steals at 2.7.
It's worth noting that under Olympic rules, games are only 40 minutes.
Also, he's shooting a great percentage. So he is being more picky about his shots.
long, and in exhibition games, Kobe averaged about 20 minutes since most games ended in blowouts and he barely appeared in fourth quarters. The leader in minutes played was actually Chris Paul, who wasn't even a starter.
Oh, wow.
LeBron averaged 23 minutes.
Could be a factor in Olympic play.
Yep.
Look at the ball pressure by Kobe Bryant.
Look at the mistake that comes because of it.
See Kobe, the defensive stopper now.
He went under the screen, though. Yasikevich just could not hit that three. Kobe now playing the three.
That's stupid.
Well,
that is crazy. How did he not lift that pivot?
Hit it anyway.
No, they trail by 16. And there's no fear factor. Look at that.
A one-and-done slam by Kobe Bryant off the sweet feet from Dwayne Wade.
The unselfishness of this team. Mike Krzyzewski called it selfless service.
There it is.
You got to pass.
LeBron up ahead, and Turkey has just given up. Carmelo Anthony off the bounce pass from Kobe Bryant.
Make him a driver.
Kobe stepping through. Nice find to Carmelo Anthony.
We would call this a big run for Argentina. Back-to-back. No look for Dwight Howard.
Oh, easy money.
Prove that we're the best. We're here to show what we can do.
Kobe, LeBron.
Oh, nice. Yo, I would have liked LeBron so much better if he would actually played more like this. Like he wasn't. If he didn't pretend to be a point guard and play in the perimeter, I would have. If he used his big giant body like freaking Carmelo did, and just dominated inside the paint, I would have been a LeBron. I mean, I could have been a LeBron fan.
There's the pressure again. You see Kobe
Upsy daisy.
gets it started.
And it's Kobe to LeBron for another mega blast.
Yeah, Steve, don't do that, LeBron. Get in the paint. Stop doing that. Get in the paint. That's what, yeah. Oh, that's all right. That's what you're usually good at. All right, I'm going to give a very rare pass here. Hold on. I think the ball's slippery right now because not only does it. There's two things that can happen right now. One, the ball is already slippery. There's some sweat on it or something, so the ball is going to slip around everywhere. Two, the ball was dry until it got into LeBron's hands, and the Blanco sweat got on it. And now, because watch, here's why. It's not just him. Whoops. Which one do you guys think it is? Oops. Like this, LeBron.
It doesn't feel real at all.
How would you describe yourself as a teammate? Well, extremely unselfish, as you just saw.
People talk about him shooting the ball, not wanting to pass the ball. He would pass the ball, but then if you missed a couple shots when he kicked it out to you, he'll tell your ass, if you don't hit the next one, I ain't passing this shit to you no more. And I don't want to hear y'all mouth about me not passing the ball.
Yeah, Jordan had the same rules.
And the USA against their first four opponents, note the scoring 111 to 75. They're a plus 36.
So as expected, for Team USA, the first four exhibition games were just a walk in the park. But what happened in the fifth? Australia played zone defense and defended well. Was this a bad game for Kobe? Not at all. He defended excellently, attacked aggressively, driving to the basket.
On just 40% shooting. And early on, Kobe Bryant and one.
Daring him to shoot, taking away the paint.
Kobe. Couple of free throws coming up.
He made only 3 of 9 shots, but still scored 13 points and had 4 assists. Was Kobe's game selfish? Not even close. Yes, he took risks at times.
Kobe can't get by Newley. Now he does. Goes into Nielsen, scoops it up, and he can't score. Kobe Bryant goes down hard.
But primarily because no one was making outside shots against the zone.
You see how all 5 gold shirts in the lane.
Carmelo Anthony.
Here, a long athletic wing player.
Oh, how did Kobe fit that pass through to Wade?
Now that's been a key now.
For example, Carmelo Anthony scored 12 points on 4-13 shooting. All of Team USA's success came from pressure defense, steals, and easy points.
But the defense really, I think, took over, led by Kobe Bryant. Transition was a big part of why that lead expanded.
What's your favorite nickname for him? Mamba or Doberman?
Oh, I love Doberman. I love the fact that he has taken on that role as a defensive guy. I think that helps Mike Krzyzewski delineate roles and responsibilities when you got arguably maybe the best player in the world.
Yeah. Kobe was never the best player in the league.
Getting down and dirty, and you see right now.
Who says that? That's just weird. That's like saying like Shaq was never the best in the league, or like MJ was never the best in the league, or Bird was never the best. Like, are you kidding? Like.
Court.
Yeah,
are you dumb?
Picking on David Barlow, and Kobe gets it up ahead to LeBron James, who mashes it down.
And Kobe is Team USA's best on-ball defender because of the combination of size, quickness, and length.
LeBron, where's number 6? He has.
By the way, this kind of brings me back. This was kind of where I this is one of the major things that helped me stop hating Kobe. And like I said, for those of you who are new here, I hated Kobe because the Lakers and the Suns were huge rivals during this time. We had possibly our best Suns team ever formed, and we were struggling with these damn Lakers because Kobe was that damn good, okay? So it's not like a hate thing like, I think you suck. It's a hate thing like, I wish you were on my team. You know what I mean? So I was always rooting against him. And in order to root against somebody, you have to form some type of like, ill will. That's just like fandom and how it goes. But like, this is one of those things because this is where the armor's down. This isn't Phoenix Suns versus Lakers. This is USA versus the world, So in this time, watching how he played on this team and how he led this team was a huge factor in getting me to just get over the rivalry.
For the Americans, and more pressure defense by Kobe Bryant.
Good example right there.
Australia finished with 18 turnovers compared to 11 for Team USA. When Australia got set in half-court offense, nothing was falling for the Americans. How about 17% from 3? 3 out of 18 as a team. Kobe, 2 of 5. LeBron, 1 of 4. Those good at math can figure out how many Melo made out of his 4 attempts, the same number that Red made out of his 3 attempts.
I ain't doing it right now.
For some reason, the author singled out Kobe Bryant and made him the problem. But standards are standards, and suddenly, on the night of August 5th, 2008, Bryant wasn't meeting Team USA's. And even though the game wasn't easy for the Americans, were they ever actually in danger of losing? They were down 17-13 with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Yes, that's it. That's exceedingly beatable. The quarter still ended 22-19 in favor of the USA, and from that point on, the lead never switched back to Australia. An interesting detail, after this three-pointer, the lead became 14 points. In the next minute, USA extended their lead by 2 more points. And with a 16-point lead and 2 minutes left, Kobe went to the bench, and in those 2 minutes, Australia cut the lead to 11. LeBron stayed in the game.
The story is pretty legendary.
But why describe those events in such a distorted way? Bryant's clutch moments destroy the narrative that the greatness of Kobe and LeBron are things that are miles apart.
And you can't argue LeBron and Kobe. LeBron's the better career, across the board.
Try and call him the better player. I dare you.
The Olympic teams need specifically for Kobe Bryant.
Across the board.
Say it again.
LeBron and Kobe. LeBron's the better career, across the board.
The Olympic teams need.
So winning doesn't matter then. So NBA championships doesn't matter because you said across the board.
Specifically for Kobe Bryant also destroys that narrative. And all of this serves only one purpose.
It is defending LeBron.
Let's take a closer look at one moment. LeBron takes a free throw. Kobe, judging by his starting position, doesn't really expect him to make it. Battle for position.
This is like what Jordan did when Pippen was on the line, because Pippen was a pretty bad free throw shooter. He'd always position himself to get the putback.
Ball.
Got it.
Kobe gets it under the basket, draws all the attention, and passes to Wade. Not a teammate, a dream.
You taking Kobe Bryant off the Lakers and put him on this team, and you've matched all these guys on this team to make a dream team. The dream, it's not a dream no more. It's just reality. It's a reality team now.
Let's look at another example when D. Will was on Kobe's team, but against LeBron. 2007, the period of forming the Olympic team. LeBron's team is ahead with 2 minutes left.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. I think I reacted to some of this.
There for Team Blue. Inside of 2 to play. The 3-point deficit. Is it all even? Yes! Kobe with the triple.
Kobe ties the game. Bosch gets to the line but makes only one.
Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, who's the 4th overall selection. Dwayne Wade right behind him at 5.
Well, there's some bets out there that say that this year's draft is deeper and better and may surpass that one. Kobe against LeBron.
1 point lead after the Bosh free throw.
He's shooting it.
Kobe on the front away.
He's shooting it.
Doesn't. So Kobe gets.
I love the ball in LeBron's hands with a minute left.
Yes. Now the final minute. You think they'll want this a little bit?
But LeBron's always taken the best basketball play.
There it is. There it is, Colin. Say everything I said in the intro. Do it. Do it.
The trailers Williams.
It's all the scripted stuff. Say it all.
Notice, Kobe shoots when the team is behind, but when they're ahead, he passes to Durant.
Almost taken away. Durant now on the floater. Anthony did bring it down. It was off balance.
LeBron James is wide open.
And it'll be Jason Kidd's first basket of the game, his first attempt to give the White the lead by 1.
LeBron's team goes ahead again.
Kobe time.
Shading over Kidd and James.
And this is what clutch is, guys. Like, this is just, come on. You guys have eyes. This is what clutch is. Kobe did this over and over and over again.
He would bail out to guys who were ready to shoot the 3. But, Kobe did his thing, and obviously there was going to be a stop action, and you knew the other guy was going to get the ball.
Final possession. Now Kobe is defending LeBron.
Too, you can see the stands, everyone's standing. And again, 5 out, and LeBron takes it, and he does get great penetration.
He got a good look.
But does not knock it down.
This is the difference, you guys. This is how their whole careers went.
Effort, and they want to win. Both teams want to win the game, and you knew that Kobe was going to have an impact on how the outcome of this game was going to go down. He tied it up with that 3-pointer, and this 2-point field goal gave him a 1-point advantage.
I play with both of them, so if I got to get the ball to somebody to get a bucket, I'm going Kobe.
So why did Colin even start defending LeBron in such a losing topic?
Clutch paycheck.
Because he doesn't believe his own words.
And you can't argue LeBron and Kobe.
Yes, you can debate Kobe and LeBron, and LeBron's inconsistency in clutch moments is his weakness. It doesn't fit the image of the best of the best. So on one hand, there is no debate, but on the other, Colin himself is debating Kobe and LeBron, where his best arguments consist of non-empty
Yeah, he did the
falsehoods.
worst job of arguing in favor of LeBron that I've ever heard in this topic. Ever.
His praise of LeBron turns out to be baseless, just like his complaints about Kobe.
It's not a shot at Kobe. It's more of a support of LeBron. Self-reliance, do it yourself, don't depend on others. Phil Jackson called him a selfish player. Kobe took a lot of bad shots. He was selfish. You've always been selfish. What defines Kobe is he was selfish.
As we can see, Kobe really was often described as a selfish player, but for some reason, that label tends to come from the same show over and over again.
He was selfish. You've always been selfish. He was selfish. Selfish player.
Dude, be more creative. We both know that's not true.
Be original or be forgotten.
Thank you for watching the video till the end. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new videos. See ya.
Kobe is Damn, man. Great video. Great video. Wow. This has been going on. I'll make the outro quick because we got to come back for the after dark. I didn't realize how long this video was going to be. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like this, guys. I spent the first half of Kobe's career rooting against him, and I've spent at least I'll say the second 3/4 of LeBron's career rooting against him. Okay. So I've rooted against both of these guys, and you know what it's like when you're rooting against somebody. You really want to see them lose, right? So every single time that I'd be watching the Lakers with Kobe, and they're down by 2 or whatever. It's not even that. They could be down by 5 with a minute left. Let's say that. Down by 5 with a minute left. Dude, I don't want the ball in Kobe's hands because I'm rooting against him. And Kobe, game after game, time after time, he would come in clutch. Okay, it would drive me nuts because I kept trying to like say, he's nothing, he ain't shit, like all this stuff. But he was proving me wrong over and over and over again until I finally conceded. So that's the fear, okay? Even as a fan, I feared the end of the game when Kobe had the ball in his hands because I figured this fucker's gonna find a way to win. It's like Tom Brady with a minute left, down by 6, final drive. It's like, crap, this again, Now, LeBron, it's still to this day, it has always been the exact opposite for me. And if you knew me in the real world and you watch basketball with me, you would know I would do this in real time. So if it's a minute left and they're down by 5 points or whatever, I'm begging for LeBron to shoot the ball. Every single time I'm like, please shoot it, LeBron, shoot it, LeBron, shoot it. Because he has the least chance of making that shot on his entire team. Now, if he passes the ball off to somebody, I'm a little more worried because they might not choke like LeBron does. So that's the thing. But if we're going to go back to the original question here, who do you want to take the last shot? Give me a freaking break. Of course, it's Kobe Bryant. I could list 1,000. I would rather myself take the last shot than LeBron James. How about that? And I don't even practice anymore. I'll leave it at that. It can't get worse than that. So that's honestly how I feel, though. Why? He might have more practice than me, but I'm not going to choke. I'm either going to make it or miss it, and that's going to be based on my talent and my skill and not on my nerves. That's the whole thing. Kobe doesn't get shooken up under pressure. LeBron does. End of story. Guys, I got to get out of here. I'll see you for the After Dark. Please leave a like to the video, all that good stuff. And remember, I appreciate you members. This is a very long video that's going to get copyright claimed. So I do appreciate you guys. Anybody who wants to throw any support my way, hey, I always appreciate it, whether it's in tip form or memberships or whatever you guys want to do. Or if you just want to watch the video and like it and leave a comment, all this stuff helps the channel. So I appreciate you all for being here. Happy 24th, everybody. I'll see you in the After Dark. Be water, my friends.